Hey there, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Soldier and Me podcast. This is episode 6, and we're talking about the characteristics of a soldier, because why else would my podcast be called The Soldier in Me if I didn't bring out the soldier in you? Branding, marketing, that's how your girl does it. This is my story, and I just wanted to tell you guys today, the day that I'm recording this, is the day that I actually gave my oath to serve in the US Navy. And I am like geeking over here because it's been a year process and it's still not quite done. But I just wanted to tell you guys how today went. So that's the little catch up that we're gonna do right after this intro. Okay, so now that we've made it through the intro, let's rewind and let's do a little recap, because early this morning I got up, I headed to the Bessemer Navy Reserve Base. Really, the Navy Reserve Base is in Bessemer. It's about 20 minutes from my house or so, give or take. Headed there. They let me in the gate. I called the number that was on the gate screen. They let me in the gate. I came in, I met Lieutenant Melissa, and she's the one that swore me in. They had a retirement party, I believe either this past weekend or last week. So they still had this really cool setup in their gymnasium. So I got to stand on the stage in front of the US flag and do my little swearing in. So I held it my right hand. If you're watching on YouTube, that's what I was trying to switch hands because I held it my left one, but we swearing with our right hand. And it was just such a smooth process. It's crazy because we were talking afterwards, like you go through this whole year plus long process of giving your oath to US Navy, and then the oath ceremony, it's like 20 seconds. I literally repeated after her, held up my right hand. We shook hands afterwards. We got a video. I am going to screenshot pictures from that video because I didn't take any pictures. I didn't have any family there. We're going to do another official. This is our official ceremony, but we're going to do another mock ceremony so that my dad can swear me in because he's out of town for his job right now. So he wasn't able to swear me in, but we didn't want to delay my process and my paperwork because there's lots of trainings that I have to go through, from boat training school to officer training school. And then I officially get my commission. So this is still an ongoing process. And I know there's a lot of people who maybe subscribe to my channel and my sister's channel, the Topic Twins channel on YouTube, who have been watching the journey in the background. I couldn't really post a whole lot of content on it because there really wasn't much content to post. It's been such a behind the scenes kind of situation. I do have a MEPS video. That's the military entrance processing system or station, excuse me. And that's the process that you go through to making sure that you're physically fit and like medically fit to join the military. And so I did that process last summer, went down to Montgomery, did the whole thing, breathalyzer, blood pressure, duck walk, all of that stuff. So if you really want to know more about that military process, and if you're thinking about joining active duty or the reserves, then that might be a video for you. I break it all down. I have like two or three videos that's just specifically on MEPS, explaining what it is, what you can expect, and then also a vlog that literally shows me going to the hotel and getting ready. So my MEPS was in Montgomery. And for those of you who are not interested in the military, you can just kind of fast forward on this part, but we'll get into the characteristics of a soldier in just a minute, because I do think it's important for you all to realize that my podcast is not just a podcast based on me joining the military. It's because I'm joining the military because I literally want to leave this earth knowing that I have overcame and pushed through all of what life has to offer, both good and bad. And that is what a soldier does. So before we get into more about a soldier and why you strive or aim to have the characteristics of a soldier, we'll talk more about why in just a bit. But I just wanted to explain that this process has been so rewarding. And I just love the idea of being like strong. And that's what just makes me so excited to join the military. I'm super geeked, guys. I just can't stop cheesing. So I had to record this podcast on the day that I got sworn in. You guys are watching this on Monday. If you're watching the day I upload it, so happy Monday. If not, happy whatever day you're watching. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening. So back to my recap. I did the MEPS last summer. Today I finally swore in. There was a whole long process. I am joining an officer program with that still allows me to be a meteorologist, but now I'm tossing in a little oceanography into the mix. So that's really cool. So a little meteorology, a little oceanography, you mix it all together and you get me talk. So I'm joining the Me Talk program in the military, and this is in the US Navy. I'm a military brat or military kid. Me and my sisters grew up on base, McGuire Air Force Base in New Jersey, so the military lifestyle is not new to us. Matter of fact, I wanted to come back and I want my husband and my future kids to experience the military lifestyle, but a little bit of civilian life mixed in it as well because I'm joining the reserve, so this is not active duty. I'll still be working at my normal job at WBRC, but just adding more work for myself. And I'm really excited. I think it's just gonna be a fun journey. You might as well do it while you're young, before I have kids. And that's really what my mindset was and the reason why I wanna join. But I do think that there are really important things that the military teaches as soldiers that people in regular civilian lifestyles should implement. And you don't realize how strong you really are until someone pushes you past your limits. And that's what I'm most excited about. Just the fact that I'm gonna be juggling civilian life and my military lifestyle together. It's gonna be an interesting journey, so I hope you stay with me through it. But I'm here to encourage you and to not just talk about the soldier in me, but to ignite and to bring out the soldier in you, because I do think we are all capable of being pushed past our limits, doing more, dreaming bigger, and we should not limit ourselves ever. Our careers might put us in a box, our family, our friends might put us in a box, but I truly believe that we can be everything that God wants us to be. And we can only do that if we step out of our comfort zone, step out on faith, let the fear go behind us, and truly ignite and listen to things that ignite and help to strengthen that fire inside of you to want to strive for more. So welcome to the Soldier and Me podcast, because this is the place where I'm gonna push you past your limits. So let's get started with the characteristics of a soldier. Number one, discipline. I think we all know that when you think military, you think discipline. You wake up at a certain time, you're working out to do physical training, PT early in the morning. They have 8-mile rucks. You know, you're doing physical activity, but it's just not the fact that you're doing the physical activity, it's discipline. So even if you don't feel like it, you don't have a choice, you're gonna do it. When we start to grow older and just start to get so comfortable in our lives, we forget that discipline is something that we need to remember. We need to go back to the drawing board and figure out what we need to do in our lives consistently to make us better. Not just try it here, fall off, try it here, fall off. And if you do fall off, you gotta have it back on. But I'm just saying we cut ourselves so much more slack when we don't have someone else pushing us. So I'm here to push you and let you know that, hey, if you wanna be a soldier, number one is discipline. You gotta get up early, you gotta work out, you know, take a little, I'm not encouraging you to drink caffeine and stuff. I want you to get your rest and your sleep, but figure out what you can do better in your life to be more disciplined on eating healthier, working out, getting that physical activity in, reading some more. That's something that I'm working on. Just cultivating your mind, not feeling so conformed and emotionally drained from our digital age, social media. You know, get disciplined with the amount of time that you spend on your screens. Those are some of the things that I would say start working on. If you want to be a soldier, you got to work on your discipline. And number two is courage. Fear is created in your mind. I have been listening and trying to follow more people on my social media page that truly inspire me, uplift me, and make me want to be better, because so many people are just posting, and it's fine, you know, make your Instagram page your, you know, life and post that you're hanging out and all that kind of stuff. That's great. But for me, I'm gonna be honest, guys, hanging out, partying, going wineries and stuff, that's not what my goal right now. That's really not my goal. I want to be my best self so that my future kids and my future family and generations to come after me look at me and be like, whoa, she really gave life all that she had. And still have fun, yes, you know, still make some time for fun. But I'm just saying, don't get so caught up in having to every weekend have something fun planned. Because I used to be that person. I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on in my life? I don't have anything fun planned. And I just would start to, you know, feel bad at the fact that these people are all doing this fun stuff and I'm over here chasing career goals and a little bit more focused on making money goals and reaching those kind of things. But it takes courage to not follow the path that everyone else is taking. And that gets me back on track because I was kind of deviating there for a second. So back on track. It takes courage. It truly takes courage for you to not get so consumed in what everyone else is doing and the path that they're taking, and to pave your own. And maybe your path is the more straight and narrow one. There may be less people on it. The path less taken. And that's okay, because you get to put a few more footsteps on that trail for people behind you to follow it. And I was just listening to Megan. She is a realtor out of Georgia. I love her so much. Like, her content, her mindset, everything. I just love her. And she don't even know me, but I wish she did. I'm just saying that one thing she said in one of her last posts, I believe she went on live, just talking about how fear is something so crippling that we don't take the first step at achieving our dreams and our goals, because we start to think in our mind that it's not possible. So we never even try. We never aim towards it. So it's really important for you to find the courage within yourself, because soldiers are courageous. They take the step, this huge step, to protect the country, to serve the country. You don't have to be protecting the country and join the military to show courage. If there's something that you truly want, go for it. There's something and a purpose and a passion that you have, and it aligns with the will of God and what He has in store for your life, go for it. My next thing is loyalty. Loyalty is important. Loyalty fosters teamwork. And so often in my life, I have felt like I had to do things on my own, and I'm really starting to learn that I need people. You know, God didn't make this world just for me. He made it for all of us. And it's gonna take people to make this world go around. Because without people, the world don't really exist. God created this for us to find Him and to get to heaven. It doesn't just go hand in hand with being a soldier. Loyalty is something that I believe we all need to strive to be more of, more loyal, you know, showing up for people when it matters. And that's one thing that I'm truly trying to work past and give myself grace for any past mistakes that I've messed up with friendships and with people in my life. I want to be the most loyal person. I want people to know that they can rely on me, that they can call me up, that they can trust me. And I'm very trustworthy. I definitely think that, but I just want to be present. Does that make sense? I want to be more present in people's life and loyal in that sense. So loyalty is super important for soldiers, because being a soldier means, you know, there's other soldiers around you. You have battle buddies, because when you're going through a hard time or a war, and I hate to keep saying war because I'm not trying to scare you guys, but war, I'm just saying figuratively, you may need people to help you through it. And honestly, God didn't make this world for us to do and fight it alone, to fight the things we're going through alone. He made people so that we can have conversations and, you know, use the help that other people can provide for us to get us through whatever it is that we're going through. Number 4 is adaptability. You got to be able to adapt, because things are always changing, and you need to be able to change your mindset, pivot when you need to, because you're going to make mistakes on your journey and things are going to improve, become more techie. You just got to be able to adapt when challenges come about. Make a new plan to get from point A to point B. And life isn't linear. You know, it's more like this and this and this and this and this, but eventually you can get there. You just got to be adaptable. You got to be able to adapt. Number 5 is physical and mental stamina. That's why we work out. That's why we have discipline, because working out and physical fitness is a must. Physical and mental stamina helps you to build resiliency. It helps you to fight back when you are most tired. Does that make sense? When you have stamina, you are able to push past those limits that you once thought were there. So to recap, I'm looking at my notes if you're watching on YouTube: discipline, courage, loyalty, adaptability, and physical and mental stamina are my 5 main characteristics of a soldier. Where do you need to improve? Which one of these characteristics do you already have? Maybe you have almost all of them, but maybe you can better yourself in various areas so that you can be a better soldier, a better person, a better Christian, a better you. I want to bring out the best soldier in you. And I'm trying my best. And I pray that everyone that I have ever hurt in my past, that I've ever distanced myself from, I just wasn't where I needed to be. Does that make sense? And I'm becoming a better woman. I'm becoming a better person. And I just hope that the people that I meet in my path in the future can see that and truly acknowledge the fact that the person they once knew is not the person I am today. And that goes for you too. We are all growing. We are all learning. We are all adapting. We are all growing in our discipline, our physical and mental stamina. Because not only do you need to work out, you need to be able to train your mind when you're having negative thoughts, when you're having mental toughness. That mental stamina will allow you to overcome what you think you can't do and help you to do it. That's it for this episode, guys. I really do hope that this episode just put a little bit of fire inside of you. Maybe it just encouraged you to take that next step to being the better person that you already are. It just needs to be cultivated some more. You just need to get out of your head. Matter of fact, get out of your head. Because we do so much overthinking as people. And I said this in my last podcast episode, that we are more similar than we are different. We are more similar than we are different. And the one thing that I find most in common with people is that we all have fears. We all have fears. Fears hold us back from wanting to try again, wanting to do something new, or even give ourselves a chance at that. I think fear is one of the biggest mental blocks that we face as people. And if we all got rid of our fear, we'd be chasing our dreams and doing exactly what we said we were going to do. Hope you enjoyed episode 6 of the Soldier in Me podcast. And I'm really hoping that the soldier in me brought out the soldier in you. Your girl is saluting now because I'm on my way to be a commissioned Navy Reserve officer. I'm super excited about this journey. If you want to see more of my military journey and my life journey and my career journey, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Topic Twins, like, comment, and leave a review on this podcast or video if you're watching on YouTube. I love you guys so much, but Jesus loves you way, way more. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. And I'll see you and talk to you next time. Bye. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm your host, Tonia Michele, and I'll see you next week in the Soldier in Me podcast. Love you guys. Bye.